So this is the NUT 240 counselor session with Mr. Tyson Purnell. Say hi, Tyson.
Hey.
Okay. What's up? You don't care about me. All right. Okay. So last time we spoke, we went over some details about your diet, history, and how you eat and your exercise habits and stuff. So to recap, you said you wanted to learn more about diet and nutrition and more shakes, adding shakes into your diet because eating wasn't a big thing for you, and possibly adding more fruits and vegetables. You know that you need to get some blood work done, so that's being worked on. We also talked about what kind of cereals you like to eat, what kind of fruits and vegetables, and where you shop at, like the dollar store and quick foods. And then we had 3 goals, which was try to get in 3 meals a day, add more fruits and vegetables, and a little less juice. So, with all that being said, how have you been doing with all of this?
I think I've been doing pretty good. No immediate changes. I drink more water.
That's good.
And then probably anything. The eating habits haven't changed yet.
Have you found yourself eating a little bit more than you were before?
It's about the same. It's about the same. I think it's about the same. Just from the time that we last talked, yeah, it's probably been just about the same, with a way more increase in water. I drink way more water.
Do you feel better with drinking more water?
I don't know, just getting more comfortable with it. It stays cold, so it's it's a little easier to get to it when you just it's already cold, and you gotta worry about drinking room temperature water all the time. It's a little easier because it's cold. But eating, I don't think that's gonna. I think it's just gonna take a little bit more of me, maybe being more physical, between working and maybe going to the gym. That'll give me more. I don't know. Maybe I'll burn more calories just doing those 2 things. It'll probably make me be more hungry than anything, just because I'm constantly moving. But just off of me, regular, I haven't done any more eating.
How about the addition of the fruits and vegetables or different kind of foods versus how you were eating prior to the first encounter?
I don't know. I feel like I still snack. I just don't snack all day. I want to say now I'll probably do like peanut butter and jelly a little bit more than going to get like just the regular snack and things that's not necessarily candy. It's not necessarily not very unhealthy. It's just a bunch of artificial. Just stuff like that. So I just still probably eating more of that. That's probably a big change. A little bit more, bread.
Some more like bread and deli cut meats.
Yeah, I'm big on those things. I really do like quick things. I could do a whole day of eating things like, sub sandwiches and as far as with like the deli meat and stuff like that, like tuna. I can eat that stuff every day. It won't, you know, according to like, I guess, the mass census, I guess, it's not a complete meal. So I could just eat it. I mean, I don't really see the big idea of having to eat a whole complete meal every day, every single time I eat. I just don't find it necessary yet.
Well, why do you think that is? Well, I mean, what do you mean by complete meal? Because most breakfasts don't involve vegetables.
They don't, right? Um, so let's go past breakfast. I guess like the other two meals of the day, including the snacking. I guess if you're more active than anybody else, that's when all the servings of the vegetables probably come in, and the milk and I'm not gonna say milk, I meant to say dairy, because you can still get the dairy with the breakfast, but I guess that's when like the vegetables and all the other things come in from what you didn't do with breakfast. But I don't always want to eat vegetables. I don't, maybe once a day, I guess. But just like we talked about before, I could drink it. If it was spinach in my smoothie every morning, bam, that's it. I could definitely do that. That's it. But to have to I don't want to eat vegetables every day. That's just me. You know what I mean? I have, like when they're there and I'm hungry, I'm not gonna go out my way to just eat vegetables. But if I eat a meal and it's a part of it, I'll eat it if I like it. You know what I mean? That's just me. If it's there and I like it, I'll eat it. But just because it's there, I'm not gonna eat it if I don't like it. Like somebody make, like artichoke salad. I don't eat artichoke, so I guess I'm out of that one. Like it's all good. I'm not going to think I'm about to die just because I didn't eat any vegetables. So, it's just me.
I get it. So, are you doing a little bit more cooking for yourself? Preparing your own meals?
Since then, I forgot how long ago it was, I guess. Yes and no. By default, we had all the kids at the house, so it's cheaper to cook than it is to just, be going out and buying fast food for a bunch of kids. So during the past 2 weeks, I actually have ate a lot more cooked food than I normally would.
But it wasn't like a problem.
Yeah, it wasn't like, all right, I got my plan there. I'm gonna do this for lunch. I'm gonna do this. Like, it wasn't like, it just kind of happened by default. I mean, so same as the water, like kind of. I'm not gonna say this is the most water I've probably drank ever, but this is the most willingly I've just haven't even thought about, all right, it ain't no juice, let me go to the store. Or like, I mean, or it ain't no Gatorade, let me go grab a Gatorade. Or, nah, I've been actually getting real comfortable with just drinking water. So, yeah.
And it's hot outside. And
and it's hot. And I like to be outside. So I actually have been conscious of that part. I have been really conscious of that. Because I know if I'm already have bad eating habits as far as with nutrients and stuff like that, the least I could do if I'm gonna go do a decent workout where I'm gonna sweat at least pretty decent, I'm gonna at least stay hydrated. If I know I didn't, most of the time I'm gonna hope that that's gonna make me want to eat afterwards, just because I already know that you need to feed your body, especially after you do something physical.
So are you usually hungry after you work out?
Like most of the times alright, so how about the past? When I used to live with my brother, because we still did the same stuff every day. We went to the gym all the time, but afterwards, we would just make sure we got something to eat, whether it was fast food or not. Like, we always had a plan. So even if we went to the gym, let's just say only 3-4 times a week, which was about average to us. When we left, it was always like, all right, you gonna, are we gonna cook something? Or it was always a plan after, because we just already knew. But for just a regular day, if I just didn't do it, nah, I would probably just wouldn't plan to be doing it. But after I work out, I do try to get something halfway decent in me. Like, I'm not going to come back and eat a bunch of gummy bears after I, was at the basketball court for an hour, almost two. I mean, I'll definitely already have some water out there with me, and if worse come to worse, I'll just come back and eat something quick, a bowl of cereal or peanut butter and jelly sandwich or just a peanut butter sandwich. If it's not anything prepared already, right there, that I can warm up or just heat up real quick. That's, yeah, I guess that would be considered snacking, I guess. I'm not really sure.
Not really. It's not really snacking, because once you finish a good workout, your body's like screaming for food. And a lot of people who's really big gym heads, they scream protein, but that's not necessarily true. You do gotta get something in your body so that you can balance out pretty good. That's for sure. So since you've been taking in more water, then you achieved the one goal of less fruit juices.
Yeah, I guess so. By default, I guess. Yeah.
So that's a win.
Yeah, I guess like not on purpose. Positive. Yeah, just. And I can't actually say I feel different. Not necessarily. I don't. I just get more comfortable with it. I guess it's just there. So.
But we haven't graduated to 3 meals a day.
Nah, not yet. Not yet. Yeah, I don't really know. It's kind of hard to put it all in words, but the ideas that all come up in my head and just all the stuff. I don't know. 3 meals a day sounds a lot, to be quite honest.
How'd you develop this? Because the whole time going through elementary school, just going through school period, even when we in health class that talk about anything, is always how you should have 3 well-rounded meals a day. So if that's constantly put out there and constantly preached to you as a child, coming up, aside from if you don't like it, don't eat it, I'm trying to understand where you got the notion that 3 meals a day is not normal.
I just don't think it is.
Because it's normal for everybody else.
Yeah, I'm not saying, I don't know, just how I am physically, I always felt like I was different. Mentally, I guess. So I just felt that it was just me. I just, I'm not necessarily trying to make it a religious thing, but, I feel like we all different. And I just felt like maybe my thing was I just didn't need to eat a whole lot all day to still be productive. But it'll catch up to me. I know that there's days when I just am so hungry I could just eat. And I know that it's from the lack of eating from those other days. But when I get days like that, I don't stop myself from eating. Like, oh, nah, I'm hungry. I need to eat. Like, it's just, I don't know. I just get days when I'm really hungry. I get days when I can just eat one meal and halfway snack throughout the day and just drink whatever it is that I'm drinking. And I can be perfectly fine. I don't need to, I don't know. I don't know when, where, how it started, but, once I guess realized the difference and I became older and, just when I was in the military, I guess, I just didn't always want to eat. It wasn't always, I'd rather work. And I'd rather work until I'm really hungry. Just because, I don't know, it just has nothing to do with any of the stuff, like that we're talking about, but it's just, I don't know, I just don't like to, I'd rather just wait till I'm hungry. If I ain't hungry, I'm just not going to eat. I just drink something just to hold me over. I'm just not going to eat. Even if it's, a Nutri-Grain bar. I eat those a whole lot. You probably don't know that because we haven't had them here, but I could damn near eat those like all day. Just something small, like a little cup of milk or something to drink real quick. And it's just, that little joint right there. I consider that a snack. The only problem is I'll let that hold me off for like 4 hours on accident just because I always want to eat. It's not a necessity for me every day to like, I have to, whatever. Nah, even if I'm hungry, if I sit down and I'm not going to eat it, I'm just not going to eat it. It's just, I don't think there's anything anybody could do actually to get me up out of that.
Well, I mean, it's you.
Yeah.
Actually, so, I mean, you obviously know that it's going to affect you long term. So are you making any efforts towards change? Or is it just like, well, it's going to affect me sooner or later, so I'll just wait till it affects me? Because at that point, that's when it's really serious.
Mm-hmm. And I also feel like an unknown variable and all this stuff is like your gene pool. Some things you could eat perfectly healthy. You just do all that. It's just in your genes. You're gonna get it. You're gonna get it. It ain't nothing you could do.
That's true, but the
about
stuff
it.
that you might be prone to is totally preventable. It ain't got nothing to do with genes.
Correct. I feel like I'm almost just willing to take that chance.
Wow.
Just because don't nobody live forever.
No.
I don't want to.
I don't think nobody wants to, but at least while you
mean,
live and be
I'm not
healthy.
I don't think I'm unhealthy. Personally, I think it's a fine balance between somebody's blood work and how fit. Like, it's so many different variables. Like, a person can have perfect blood work and they can't run a mile.
True story.
Perfect. Like, it's just, so is it great
highly unlikely
blood work? Or is
true.
like, I don't know if it's, I don't know. I don't try to play the man above. He can do all that stuff. I'm just here and I just live and eat when, how, and whatever I feel like it. And on top of that, I think I exercise very well to do what I do. Like, I don't think I eat very bad and then I don't do stuff. Like, I'm super active. I know being super active isn't everything, but I also know that it helps a whole lot.
It helps, but you're not feeding your body. So being active is a good thing for somebody on a normal diet. But when you're barely taking in 1,000 calories a day, on the flip side, you might be doing damage to your body because you burning more calories than you taking in. So you're most likely not losing weight because your body figured out how to stabilize itself because of that, but you're not doing it any justice either. People who don't have good diets, you don't have to be just obese and fat to have a heart attack. You could not be giving your body enough nutrients and still have a heart attack because your heart's not getting what it needs, even though you're working out, because your heart's not being fed properly. It's not just about pumping blood through your body and oxygenating that blood. It's about what's in that blood. Is that blood rich full of nutrients and minerals? And probably not if the bulk of your diet is processed food. Nutri-Grain bars is good in small portions, but if that's your go-to thing, it's still processed food. At the end of the day, it's still processed. Unless you made that Nutri-Grain bar yourself with all organic, ingredients, it's still processed. It still falls under the realm of processed foods. So just because it's marketed as being healthy doesn't mean it's healthy because they put the word Nutri-Grain in front of it. It might have the same amount of calories as a candy bar, same amount of sugar because they hella sweet. So, in a sense, they using that Nutri-Grain word to trick you into believing that this is healthy. Just like the 100-calorie packed snacks. People that's losing weight, they think, oh, this is only 100 calories, it's good. But it's the same exact thing on the regular shelf they just portion it out for you to only be 100 calories. But when you're eating 2, 3, 4 of them a day, it's no longer healthy for you because it wasn't in moderation. It's still processed food, no matter how you spin it. And processed food is not good for your blood sugar. It's not good for heart healthy. It's not good for, anything really. At the end of the day, it's just another spin on something that's not too good for you, but they're getting you to buy it because they play into what your need is at the time. If your need is to lose weight, then they're going to give you a 100-calorie portion. If your need is to have a snack, but you believe that it's something that's healthy, then they're going to play to that. However they need to market it to get you to buy it, that's what it's going to be, truthfully. So with you, I would really like to see you make an effort instead of just keep saying this is how I am and I don't see no change. Like really make a valiant effort at making some kind of change. Nobody's asking you to just stop what you're doing and change everything. But it shouldn't be that hard to add in, a piece of fruit, add in a small meal. Nobody's saying that lunch has to be a steak, a starch, and a vegetable. Because in the real world, that's not lunch. People that work every day, that's not lunch. Nobody, unless they got leftovers, that's not lunch for, everybody on a daily basis. But what I'm saying is eat something other than chips, cookies, bars. Eat something that totals up to 3 meals a day. And it shouldn't be a chore to eat.
It's not. I just don't eat. It's not a chore. It's just, if I ain't hungry, I ain't gonna eat. That's the main. I definitely hear what you're saying, but if I'm not hungry, I'm not gonna eat. I can't make myself eat if I'm not hungry. And I understand exactly what you're saying. Small changes. If I'm not in the mood for a 3-course meal, I'm not gonna do something to put all that time and effort into something I'm not gonna eat. I think that's pretty stupid. Now, if I'm hungry and I don't want to do it, that's a big difference because then I know I'm just hurting myself, I guess, for whatever part or time period. But I feel like it's a thin line between like all this healthy stuff. I mean, what it sounds like is everybody should be dying. Everybody should be dropping like flies.